All right, welcome back, everyone. We're diving deep into motivation today.
Ooh, motivation. Yeah.
What it is, why it matters,
hmm
and how it works in all different parts of our
I
lives.
love it.
We've got research articles, snippets, the whole works here, really. Just
Awesome.
looking at how motivation affects us.
Yep.
So get ready, because
Uh,
we're going to find out what drives us and how we can, use that to do more and feel better doing it.
I am so ready to unpack this. Motivation, it's like this mysterious force, right? But all the research actually makes things pretty clear.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like this back and forth between stuff inside us, like our values and what we're into, and things outside of us, like rewards or deadlines.
So it's not just like willpower or some kind of like sudden energy boost.
Right.
There's actually like science behind it.
There is. There totally is. And one of the coolest things the research shows is how powerful intrinsic motivation is.
It is
That's when
powerful.
you're driven by like actually liking what you're doing, not because of some pressure or reward.
So like the difference between, I don't know, working on something because you're really passionate about it versus doing it just to get a bonus or avoid getting in trouble.
Exactly, yeah. And the research says that difference is super important.
Okay.
Extrinsic motivators like bonuses and deadlines, they work for a bit, but intrinsic motivation, that's what keeps you going and makes you happy in the long run.
Makes sense.
One study actually found that employees who were really intrinsically motivated were like 3 times more likely to find creative solutions for their company.
Oh.
They weren't just going through the motions, they were really invested.
Right, right. It's like when you get totally lost in a hobby you love.
Yeah.
You're not doing it for a reward, you just enjoy it.
Exactly. And that's the beauty of intrinsic motivation. It's like this deeper energy and creativity.
It is, yeah.
And this affects so many parts of our lives, from work to like personal goals, even how we spend our free time.
So let's get into that. Our sources mention motivation in business, sports, and academics. Let's start with work. What does the research say about how motivation affects how well employees do and how well companies do?
Well, the sources talk about this really interesting idea called self-determination theory.
Okay.
Basically, it says people do best in places where they feel in control, capable, and connected.
I like that, yeah.
When those needs are met, employees are more likely to be intrinsically motivated, which leads to better productivity, more creativity, and they enjoy their jobs more.
Okay, but isn't the corporate world like all about external motivators like bonuses and promotions?
Right.
How does that work?
That's a great question, and the sources address it directly. It's not that external motivators are bad. They can be useful, especially in the short term,
Okay.
but only relying on those can backfire.
Mm-hmm.
It can create like a culture of fear and pressure and actually stop creativity and lead to burnout.
Oh, yeah. So it's about finding a balance.
Yeah, exactly. The best companies, they get the power of intrinsic motivation.
Right.
They build a culture where people have freedom, they can learn new skills, and they feel like they belong and have a purpose.
I love that.
Yeah.
All right, let's shift gears a bit and talk about sports.
Okay.
The sources say intrinsic motivation is really important for how dedicated and persistent athletes are.
Totally. Think about Olympic athletes training super hard every day, pushing their limits.
Yeah.
It's not just about medals or sponsorships, it's a deep passion for their sport.
I love it.
The thrill of competing and always wanting to be better.
Yeah.
And the research says that inner drive is a better predictor of success than just talent.
Wow. It reminds me of like grit,
Yeah.
being able to bounce back from setbacks and keep going even when it's tough.
You got it. And that resilience, it often comes from intrinsic motivation.
Uh-huh.
When you really care about something, you're more likely to push through those challenges and setbacks.
That's true for everyone, not just Olympic athletes, right? Whether you're trying to learn something new, start a business, or even just stick to a fitness routine, you got to tap into that inner drive.
Absolutely. Recognizing what really motivates you deep down is crucial for reaching any goal, big or small.
Okay, last area to look at is academics. The sources say understanding motivation is really important here too.
Right.
Why is that?
The research shows that students who are intrinsically motivated to learn, they do better in school, they're more into the material, they like challenges, and they don't give up easily.
So it's not just about grades or getting into a good college.
No.
It's about like actually loving to learn.
Exactly. And this goes beyond just school. It's for anyone who wants to learn new things and get new skills, whether it's a new language, playing an instrument, or just diving into something they find fascinating.
Wow, we covered so much.
We did.
It's clear that understanding motivation, especially the intrinsic kind, is key for doing well in all parts of life. It can help us be successful at work, reach our goals, and feel more fulfilled in everything we do.
I totally agree. And the best part is, even if we're not feeling super motivated right now, we can build up that inner drive. It's about figuring out our values, connecting with our passions, and finding ways to make our actions match what truly matters to us.
That's a powerful takeaway.
It is.
It's not about waiting for motivation to hit us. It's about actively creating the right environment for it to grow. So here's a question for you to think about. What really motivates you? What can you do to build more of that intrinsic motivation in your life? Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep that fire burning.
Keep it burning, yeah.